I've got half a dozen little jobs to do, jobs like DVD recorders, CD recorders, and small television. So I'm going to be doing those in my home workshop, quite simply because these machines have been dropped off at home. But also a small 32-inch TV here, and if you work in the repair business, especially if you're taking in a TV, I just want to... The most important thing you do, which you can't do all the time, is to inspect the TV the second it's given to you to be repaired. And that's what you're supposed to do in a perfect world. But sometimes they're just dropped off at reception. You didn't know that someone's been there. Sometimes they're packed up in a cardboard box. And the reason you do that is for a TV in particular, and we're looking at this TV here. A friend of mine brought this to me yesterday, and even though it's a friend, it doesn't make any difference. You really still have to inspect, because the first thing that I noticed when I took this TV, and luckily I just had glanced over it, but it's quite obvious in this right-hand corner here, and you'll see it now, that, well, I'm not convinced at the moment that that's a crack, but it could be. And I know what you're thinking. Well, switch the TV on, you'll soon tell. Well, the TV has come on because TV's come in for repair because it's got no picture, so I'm guessing the backlights are out, so I can't even do that. So what I'm going to do is take the screen out and have a close look. That could just be a deep scratch. I can't see from this angle any liquid crystal spilling out anywhere. And she's going to inspect it now. But I don't think I've ever had a problem that I've not been able to resolve, but sometimes you do take TVs in, you don't get a chance to inspect them straight away, then you start looking at them the next day or the day after or maybe even the week after, and then you go, well, this screen is damaged. And of course you then say to the customer, the problem is your screen is damaged. And you could end up having the argument, well, where did it get damaged? It was fine when I brought it to you. You must have damaged it. So it's really important, if and when you can, obviously, to give it the once over. And I still don't know about this. As far as I'm thinking that's a very deep scratch. But of course I'm going to have to remove this screen in a second, and then we'll have a closer look. That deep scratch could turn into a crack as soon as the screen is handled. But if it is just a deep scratch and the TV can work again, it's probably not going to be that much noticeable, because luckily it's right on the edge there on the right hand side. If it was in the centre, then this is probably a TV that you wouldn't have in your living room. But anyway, I suppose the only thing I can do is pause. Let's get the screen out and let's have a look. I haven't got any of my LED lamps here to shine over the screen to tell, so it's going to be a case of taking it out and inspecting just a little bit further. At the moment, it's my belief that this screen has just received a nasty scratch. But in the next few seconds, we'll know further. Let's just lift it up to the light. Oh, it's just looking like a bad scratch. May have got away with it. There's no scratch on this side. No. So, we can continue with the repair. we're going to put a whole new set of backlights in here. But let's test which ones have gone. Sometimes it's obvious to find out which backlights have gone. You can just do a visual inspection. Some are usually quite badly burnt up, as I'm sure you've seen before in some videos. But these do look fine. Wow. They really have glued part of this, well, just one little bit here that they've gone mad with on the base with the Vestel glue. My goodness, they have gone mad with it. I've never known a 32-inch have this problem. It is coming. That's ridiculous. When you see that amount of glue on them, you really do believe that the companies did not want anybody repairing their TVs. Right. Backlight checker. Let's turn some lights off. Let's test the bottom set first. Switch it on. See what we get. As you may be able to see, there are two out. On the bottom set and on the top set. Top set's giving me nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just disconnecting the LEDs from the power board. Wow. I think that's the most I've ever seen out on these. 3 on the top, 4 on the top, 2 on the bottom. We need a new set of backlights. And do I have to go up to the main workshop to get them? I probably do. It's one of those days today where it's wet and windy, but terribly warm at the same time. Terribly warm. Okay. It's not far to go to my main workshop, or stroke lockup, from here. About a 15-minute round trip. Doodle-doo. All the backlights in these Vestel 32 inches are the same. Even the newer ones that I've done take the same backlights. So for me, it's always worth buying these in bulk. But for some particular reason, the 32s are always well stuck down. Let me get that out without damaging it. Right. Shall we test it first? Just in case. Plug that in and plug that in. Let's see what's going to happen. If anything. Nothing so far. Let's turn it on using the little toggle switch here. Aha. All present and correct. That's fine. So I'll start reassembling the TV. Well, I will reassemble the TV. And then we'll see what the picture's like with that scratch on the screen. What do you think? Is it going to be a problem? We'll soon find out. Before I put the back on, I thought we'd witness this together. This is the TV with the new backlights coming on. I still can't be 100% sure, can I, that the screen's not had any damage. I mean, it's got that scratch. That could mean that it's got lines and a few issues. But at the moment, no, all it's got is a cat. Are we cat scanning? Are we cat scanning, girl? Blimey. Hey, what do you want? Go on, piss off. Piss off. Let me check this scratch. I think it's going to be okay. What do you think? You've decided you want to play. What do you want to do? Yeah, I don't want to see that. Come on. Don't believe it. I don't believe it. Come on. I know you want to play, but let me just finish this gentleman's TV. He doesn't want it stinking of you, does he? And let me switch this off before you fry yourself. Right, let me just check. Got to put the DVD in. That can come out. DVD, yes, there. I'm sure these white stroke cream TVs that they made are a rarity. I think they made, what, 1 in every 50 white? And I'm basing that research just on the ones that come in for repair. It is mainly the black ones we get in for repair. Of course, someone will now say, that means the white ones don't break down as often. Could well be the case, but I doubt it. Right, I will stick the screws in. Don't need to see this. Can't have too much excitement. Do I have a Vestel remote here? Oh, yes, I do. You? You? I've got to tune this in, sweetie pie. Haven't I? Let's see which channel. Oh, he only has it. It looks like they only have it. The source, a HDMI and a DINK. Well, I'm going to set it up so you can have TV. So if you didn't notice that, this TV is only set up for an HDMI 1 input and a DVD input, which you may be able to see now. That's the only selections it's giving you. I'll do that again. So what I need to do, because I want to test the picture, I need to go to sources, and you can see the TV is disabled, everything else is disabled. I don't know why. I'm not going to disable everything, but I am going to just do a retune to pick up a few channels that I may be able to pick up, just to make sure I've still got audio, because that's what we want. We want audio. So the amount of times I put these TVs together lately, I've been putting TVs together, and not only have I been forgetting to plug the speakers back in, but I've been forgetting to put the speakers back in. This is a bit embarrassing, but I know I put the speakers in this time. This is not going to pick up a million channels. I'm just on a very low wattage aerial outside. So what's it picked up? 39. As long as I get sound on one of them.
I decided to enter the qualifiers for UK Open.
Yes, you did. Anyway, that's it. So, just to go back to the original diagnosis, in fact, let's just have a look. We can see that scratch, which is just there. I thought the camera could pick it up a bit better than that. Right, if we get the cat out of the way... Oh, she is such a pain today. Yeah, you. Come on, otherwise vet needle. Right. No, no, no. Come on. She's hissing at me now. Right, there's the scratch. Let's see. I'm just giving her a fuss. When the picture comes on, is it still seeable, noticeable? No, it gets reduced drastically. In fact, I'm looking at the screen and I can't tell. No, you wouldn't notice. You wouldn't notice that that's there. Okay. But it's right to point it out to the customer. He didn't notice he was there. Whether they did it on the journey here or not, or it could have been done years ago. I don't know. But TV is working and looking as good as it can be. And now it's got a brand new set of backlights, you know. Should be another, 3 to 5 years? All being well if it's treated with respect. Right, what have we got next? We have got this next. Again, coming under the category of little jobs I can do while I spend a couple of weeks in my tiny workshop and do some work at home. This is a Panasonic DVD recorder. It's one of those that's got a VHS and DVD. It's not got a hard drive in, it's just a 47V. And the customer complaint apparently is it won't turn on. The fan spins, but it won't turn on. Could that be capacitors? Is that going to be one of the chips on the board underneath? We'll have a play with that. Again, I've got plenty of spares for these. Of course, they're up the unit, but anyway. That's going to be the next job we do. Whether it's today or tomorrow, I don't know, because I want a cup of coffee and a slice of cake. Anyway, much respect for watching. Thank you very much. We'll do that Panasonic next.